doing?
Training. Practicing.
For what?
Practicing for the...
So today we are playing Streets of Rage, the game that has an incredible moral compass that says when your streets are plagued with crime, you go out there and you punch the crime in the face. You kick the crime in the face. Beat the crime with a broken bottle and then stab the crime. Hit the crime with a lead pipe. Get your corrupt police buddies to launch rockets at the crime and blow it up. Stab crime in the chest repeatedly. Alright, so now we can actually start our review after that silliness. So this game is known as Bare Knuckle in Japan, and it was developed in 1991 by Sega. Sega did this in-house. Right away you can see something annoying. I can actually grab my lovely wife here, not in the fun way. She can grab me, not in the fun way. And that's really annoying when you're trying to do co-op. Nice flip, honey.
Didn't work.
The music, and see, now we're trying to talk, so our playing is gonna suck. But the music was developed by Yuzo Koshiro, who previously did the music for Revenge of Shinobi, and his goal, good job, was to bring house and techno music into video games and be the first one to do that. And he succeeded. The music is one of the best parts of this game. We'll stop for a moment and let you guys listen. You pick things up by just walking over to them and hitting punch. So health, as you can see, is food. There's a giant turkey leg that restores your health fully. Apples give you quarter health. Some of the weapons are knives, bottles, baseball bats, lead pipes. I'm about to punch a hooker. Oh, you grabbed the hooker and slammed your head into the pavement. Good job, honey. Because that's what you do with hookers. Grab them and slam their head into the pavement. No, that's not what you do with them?
You know, I would like to not explain what you do with that.
Okay.
Just for the sake of our marriage.
Alright, and...
Did you do that on purpose?
I did that on purpose. So, one of the great things about this game is you hit the A button, and boom, it clears the whole screen. Your turn.
When you hit it purposely, it's the A button. Do you know how many times I have accidentally hit the A button because it's intuitively you hit the A button? A lot. It happens a lot.
And wasted our clear the screen move. But it works really well, and we have just beaten this stage. So, the music in this game is fantastic. It's one of the things that this game is known for. When they developed this, they incorporated aspects of Double Dragon and Final Fight. That's what they were actually trying to do, because Nintendo... Oh, this is a good opportunity to showcase the music. So we're gonna shut up. We're gonna turn this up and listen to some music. So that was just a taste of Yuzo Koshiro's music. It is absolutely incredible. The soundtracks for these games, people just listen to them just to listen to them because they are amazing. Although, he has been accused, he took homage from house and club music, but he has been accused of taking a little too much homage. Some of these tracks, if you listen to them and then listen to Mr. Vane, it's the same damn thing. So, they were trying to compete with the Super Nintendo version of Final Fight. Sega had a few ports of beat 'em up games like Golden Axe and a couple others, but they were arcade ports. They weren't generating very much excitement. They needed to compete with Nintendo, so they built this from the ground up. And they put in features that Sega does, what Nintendo don't. See, I gotta say it every episode.
Okay. Yes.
So a couple things you can do here that you cannot do in Final Fight. You'll notice there are two of us playing at the same time. Final Fight has no co-op mode. Final Fight only has 2 playable characters. This has 3. Yes, I need that one. Thank you. Teaches teamwork. See, I needed that more, so my lovely wife let me grab it instead of taking it for herself.
Or if you have siblings, one of you takes it and then the other starts screaming and then one of your parents turns off the video game.
Yes. More double teaming now. I did not have the pleasure of having siblings, so I had this. Actually, I had the second game. I never had this as a kid. I had the second game all to myself, and it was glorious.
Well, we didn't have a Sega, we had a Super Nintendo, so we didn't have this game either, but we did have other games that we'll probably end up reviewing that we did have.
So 3 playable characters, 2-player co-op, features that Final Fight did not have. The music, obviously incredible, and this put Sega on the map. Reviewers at the time said between this and Sonic, Sega is finally proving what a 16-bit system can actually do. Good job. You can throw the weapons, as you saw my lovely wife demonstrate. There she threw that knife right into the criminal's chest. Plotline is very simple. The streets are overrun with a crime syndicate led by the evil Mr. X. And these 3 cops and their corrupt cop buddies in the car decide the only way to deal with the situation is to go rogue. Just go out in the streets and just murder people with their bare hands. Again, it teaches kids morals. That sometimes you just gotta deal with crime by beating it to death. No?
Maybe not, no.
So the 3 playable characters are Adam, who I am playing as at the moment. He is the strongest, but he's slow, as I'm finding out. I'm getting my ass kicked in. I'm also trying to talk. He's left out of the Game Gear version. Of course, they leave out the black character for when they have to scale things down. Oh, damn. All right. You ready? I'm going to hit my special first. Next, you have Axel. He is the most well-rounded, minus the jump. He can't jump. And then my lovely wife is playing as Blaze. She is the weakest character, but the fastest. And just the fact that there's a girl fighter, so you can play with your sister, you can play with your wife. And, you know, the idea that girls didn't do anything in popular media till Ghostbusters 2016 is absolutely nonsense. I put in the character screen at the end of each level or round. It tallies up your points. If you get enough points, you get an extra life. Let's see if we did. Nope, we suck today. each character has a little bit of background. Adam here is a boxer. Blaze is into dance. They have hobbies, so they try. It's a very simple story, but they try to add a little bit to it. And as you saw, food is health. Money is points. Points get you extra lives. Weapons. We have the bottle, which you saw, the knife, which you saw, the lead pipe, baseball bat, and then a pepper shaker, which stuns your enemies and immobilizes them. You work your way through 7 rounds or stages. Beat up that pepper. 7 rounds or stages until you get to Mr. X's penthouse. And then there's a couple different endings. You have the option. Mr. X gives you the option. You can join him, and if you both choose to join him, I believe he makes you fight the other player, and then whoever wins that fight then joins him and rules by his side, and then that's one of the bad endings. You can both choose to fight him and take him on, and then that's how you get the good ending. Sorry about that. Yes, you can, which I do not like. You can get off me. You can cause damage to your co-op partner, which I do not like. It's one of the downsides. And remember, honey, don't fall into that hole.
Right. And it's not something you can always help. If you walk anywhere near
there's
your
the pepper
partner,
shaker.
you grab
automatically
them.
grab
you
them, yeah.
automatically grab them.
Oh, that was cool.
We talked about how the special button is the A button, and it's not very... It's very easy to accidentally hit that button if you're not paying attention.
But for me, there's very few downsides. As long as you can remember to stay away from that A button, there's very little... There's occasional slowdown when there's a lot of characters on the screen, but it doesn't happen too often. It's responsive. The graphics were amazing for the time. The music is amazing for the time. You just look at that background back there. The water is shimmering. It's great. The environments are, at least in this one, later on in the series they would get away from this, but in this one the environments are realistic. So this, the second one, you had the option of, starting in 1992, getting a Sega Genesis with a Sonic the Hedgehog pack-in or a Streets of Rage 2 pack-in. I chose the Streets of Rage 2 pack-in, and that's how I fell in love with this series. So for me, other than the downside of you can cause damage to your co-op partner, you can accidentally grab your co-op partner, and don't slip on the A button. Other than that, this game is phenomenal. Sometimes in the car I just put on the music, and for me this is a 9 out of 10. What are your thoughts?
You know, I didn't grow up with this, and I think nostalgia is a very powerful, potent thing. I don't have it.
That's her way of saying my review is wrong.
No, I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm saying that I don't find it as fun as you do. It's enjoyable to pick up for 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, play a couple levels here and there. We beat these games. I had no desire to pick it up again. Like, it was just fun for an afternoon, but it wasn't as mind-blowing as you find it.
And I'm glad you brought that up because they are short. You can beat each one of these in about an hour. All right. We have given you a taste of the Streets of Rage. You notice our game is over because we both fell in the hole.
Yeah.